is Rennie, and this is All That's Cosplay. Well, my name is Rennie Starks, not Renee. I've heard that a couple times, and that's not my name. Sorry, guys. I'm 22 years old. I live in Florida. My favorite things in the whole wide world are, of course, cosplay. BioShock Infinite is like my favorite video game ever. I love League of Legends. I love fighting games like Soul Calibur. I like horror movies, coffees, and puppies, and cheese. Well, I've actually been cosplaying most of my life thanks to my granny. She has been dressing me up in homemade geeky costumes since I was like 6 months old, and I really thank her for that. That's amazing that I can say that. But when I started taking cosplay extremely seriously a couple years ago, it was a difficult journey, and I feel like I've made some huge progress since then. Of course, it's all just a learning experience, and I've made some major accomplishments, and I'm really proud of that. Going to conventions, making things, I've really grown as a cosplayer, and practice makes perfect, that's all I can say. That's definitely true. I do cosplay a lot of cute characters. I always say my favorite things to cosplay are princesses, fairies, and magical girls. Even at work, I get called a real-life fairy, and those people are not wrong, so there's that. But I do love Tiny Tina. When I first played Borderlands 2, I saw the character and I fell in love with her spunky attitude, her harshness, her get-in-your-face kind of personality, and I aspired to have that. She's funny, she's cute, she's everything that I kind of look for in a favorite character. So, plus cosplaying her kind of pushed my limits and pushed my boundaries a little more on the crafting side and on the personality side. So I loved being her, and I'm glad it went over really well. Oh, you guys, flattering me. I don't know if I would say I'm a pro, but I definitely work really hard at it, and I practice all the time, and I love it. I think that's why I'm constantly doing it. Like, if you talk to me on a regular basis, I'm always sewing, or I'm always crafting, I'm always coming up with something, because I think I have costume ADD, and I move from one to the next constantly, but they all get done eventually. I say my proudest moment in cosplay is every single new piece that I come out with. So like any new costume I'm like super excited about, I want to wear immediately, and I'm like super proud of it, and then I move on to the next one, and that becomes my masterpiece, and I'm super excited about it, and I want to wear it right now, and that happens to every single costume. I'm definitely proud of a lot of my costumes for sure. So I'm really happy with my progress. I seem to have an ever-growing list of characters that I would love to cosplay. One that has been in my mind for years has been Rogue from X-Men, like the classic green and yellow Rogue. I love that outfit, and every time I see a cosplayer do it, I'm so jealous, and I'm like, oh, I really want to be her, because that looks amazing. Like, I would love to be her. I don't know why I haven't gotten around to it yet. I think I just keep filling up my free time with other things, but definitely in my future, Rogue is definitely in those plans. Video games. I love fighting games like Soul Calibur. I also love League of Legends, Assassin's Creed, all of those games. My brother and I are absolutely obsessed with this stupid game called Crazy Taxi. But my absolute favorite video game, I don't know if I have one yet. I really love Jinx. She's so cool. And there may or or may not be a cosplay coming up really soon. I think my most embarrassing convention moment was actually not even in a con. It was right before the con in my hotel. I was in the lobby checking in, and I look over and see Peter Mayhew sitting there, and I was the only one in the whole stinking building who knew who he was. And I went up to him and just asked for a moment of his time and asked if I could take a picture or talk to him really quick because I'm such a huge Star Wars fan. He rudely told me no, and his bodyguard literally shoved me away, and I was really, really disappointed. And I guess from Peter Mayhew, sir, I really expected more of you. The biggest piece of advice that I would give to any aspiring cosplayer is modification. Go to a thrift store, buy something for $1 that looks similar to what your character is wearing, and make it your own. Paint it, cut it, sew it in a different way, take it in, let it out, whatever you want to do to it, you can absolutely do that. And you're just taking things and making something new from something that already exists. That is the easiest way to learn how to make things and to start sewing, crafting, and really cosplaying. Well, thanks so much guys for watching, and I've enjoyed making this video. Hopefully it was enjoyable to watch, and you can find me on Facebook and Twitter. And they lived happily ever after. The end.